Hello, I'm MrTieDye, and today I'm going to do a video showing you how to tie a lotus flower mandala on a t-shirt. So to start with, what I do is I center the t-shirt, and I do have a video on that. Once I have the t-shirt centered, I'm going to lay it out flat here. I'm going to pick kind of a center spot of where I'm going to fold. For the lotus flower mandala, you're going to do the airplane folds. So I usually like to pick a spot a little bit above the center of the t-shirt. That puts the mandala closer up on your chest rather than down on your belly. So I'm going to fold this up just in half, and you can pick it up and shake it out so it's nice and smooth here. You want to smooth everything out to make sure you don't have any wrinkles in there. Once I have that, I'm going to fold it. I'll hold the center of the shirt, fold it back, line that up nice and smooth, and then I'll grab it, fold it one more time, nice and smooth there, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So I'll hold that center spot, fold this back, and sometimes you have all this extra layers of t-shirt, so you have to kind of smooth things out. And you can kind of feel whether you have creases or folds in there. If you do, just reach in and smooth them out until you have a nice flat layer, and then fold it back the last time. Once you have that, then you can kind of hold tight on here so your folds don't come undone, and kind of flatten the rest of that t-shirt out just to get it out of your way. So once I have it all done there, then I'm going to take a washable marker, and this just kind of helps me on my guideline here. And I'm looking right now at where the collar is. So I'm going to start my first line just about 2 fingers, an inch or so below where the collar is. And I'm just going to draw down at an angle here, and you can draw that kind of whatever angle, depending on how sharp you make them, is how many different petals you're going to have in your lotus flower. And then I'm just going to zigzag back and forth on the t-shirt. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that. So I'm just zigzagging back and forth, and this here is going to be approximately where I put my lines at. So I'll do one more down here, or maybe 2 more. Once you have your lines, then you're going to grab your sinew, and I have mine just wrapped on one of the cardboard rolls that the sinew comes on. I usually, instead of using the whole roll, I like to have just a little bit of it. It makes it easier for grabbing onto. Let me zoom back out here, or in. There we go. Anyways, but you need something to wrap it onto that you can grab and pull with. Some people use a stick, like a broomstick or something, just a little piece, but it gives you some leverage when you're pulling, because if you try to pull with just your fingers, the sinew is going to cut into your hand, and that's not pleasant. I had it happen accidentally because I was holding it the wrong way and I pulled too hard. So the next thing I'm going to do, just tie a little slip knot in here, and I'm going to open that up and stretch it up over top, and I'm going to start at my biggest line first up here at the top. So as I tighten this up, now let's see if we can zoom in here so you can see the folds happening. You can take the time to do a little accordion folds, but I found that just through the tightening up of the sinew, you're going to create the folds. So what you want to do is just kind of guide them a little bit as it folds up on itself, and try to keep your sinew on your lines here. So now as you have that tightened up, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to wrap it 3 times and then give it a nice tight pull. And I'll usually wrap kind of going away from myself so that I can then pull towards myself rather than away. It just is how I prefer to do it, but whatever's more convenient for you. So once I have it wrapped 3 times here, then I'm going to pull with this side. And I'll usually just hold that shirt in place. And if it wants to spin on you a little bit, go ahead and give it another couple wraps. And then once you pull on it, you should feel it kind of tighten up and suck down in place there. Once you have that, then we're going to go for the next line. So I have my sinew coming out from underneath the shirt. I'm just going to wrap it. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to wrap it on the next line that I drew here. So I'll just wrap it around 3 times. That's kind of my magic number to start with. And then once I start pulling, you can see the creases start to just kind of form themselves. So like I say, you could do it that way, or if you prefer, you can just do the accordion folds, but I find this is quicker. So once I get it, then I'm going to spin this around so that I can pull towards myself, and I'm just holding this in place so that I can apply some pressure to my pull there. Then once I'm done, I'm going to wrap it underneath the shirt here, and I'm just going to go, so I'm just basically working each one of my lines and just working my way down. So I'll wrap it 3 times, and then I'm pulling and just letting the folds create themselves where they want to. So it's just kind of a repeat as you go down the shirt. Okay. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have special requests for designs that you want to see, just leave me a comment in the section down below, or you can send me a message on Facebook if that's where you happen to be viewing this at, and I will try to get to it as soon as possible. And once I get this all done up and I'm ready to dye it, then I'm going to make another video and show that, and then I'll try to put those close together, and I'll name them. This is the Lotus Flower Mandala. So I'll name it, the tying of it and the dyeing of it, so you can find both parts of it. And that's going to be your Lotus Flower Mandala. Let me zoom in so you can see that. And then what I'm going to do is snip this tie off completely, because I don't want to mistake it for where I'm going to unwrap. Wherever you finished wrapping is where you're going to start unwrapping. So this one here, I'll give it a couple extra wraps on there, and then I'm going to cut off and leave a nice tail sticking off of there. And I'll usually go ahead and tie a little knot in that. That keeps it from fraying, and it makes it easier for me to find when I'm ready to do the washout and the unwrap. Thank you for watching. Once again, this is Mr. Tie-Dye. Please subscribe if you like my videos. Thank you.